Hey everybody, welcome back to Ripping for Ripkins. It's me, Corey, and today I have a very special box. It is the jumbo pack box of the 92 Bowman, one of the best, if not the best, set of the 90s, in my personal opinion. I know that 93 SP is probably one of the also, but this is a very expensive box nowadays. Holds the true rookie card of Mariano Rivera, which is a very valuable card, PSA graded. Also the Manny Ramirez, Trevor Hoffman, let's see who else, Delgado, and I'm missing one. I'll think of it in a minute, but didn't write it down. Been very busy this past 24 hours and been up for 24 hours, but finally get an opportunity to go into this box. As you can see, this box here has 2 engraved foils per pack, and these foils are going to be former Team USA members, so it does include people like Frank Thomas, Mark McGuire, Paul Molitor has a card. There's a few good ones. Jose Canseco in the foils. So we'll be looking for that. The Thomas foil actually has got some pretty good value if you get it graded. So as you can see, there's 18 packs, 23 cards per pack. This box nowadays will run you close to $400 a box. So this is a very expensive rip for me. This is a personal rip. I don't have anybody sponsoring these breaks. So all these cards go into my set, and I'm really hoping we pull the Mariano Rivera because I do have a connection through my work and one of my deliveries that knows Mariano Rivera, and I have a way to get his card autographed. So if I pull it, I am going to be giving it to this guy, and it's going to take him a while, but I believe I can get this taken care of. So I'm going to cut into this box carefully. I may end up keeping this box because this is a very expensive, for me personally, box. It does have a little damage up here. I'm hoping that did not transfer into the cards. But the eBay shipper actually did a very good job packaging this. This is something that was on there pre-existing, but here we go. 1992 collection, 92 Bowman, as 414 cards in this box, and I'm hoping for a couple of the big rookie cards out of this break. And I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm just going to pull the top pack, open this up, and you can see this is the jumbo pack, 23 cards, 18 packs, and it says the 2 special cards there. So I will be using scissors to cut my tops off because I do not want to risk anything on these. These cards are going to be, as I said, my personal collection. And it is probably 1992, I think, is the year that Bowman really came out and became the home of the rookie card, and that's what it is now. So I do feel a little bit of sticking there. Not too bad, but it does have some gold foil. So there's starting off with a checklist, and you're going to see the uniqueness of these cards. You got a lot of like senior portrait type cards, and a lot of people you never have heard of. And don't try to admit that you knew who Ryan Hall Blitzel was. Tino Martinez, nice card there. And it's going to be a slower break. You're going to have to bear with me because these cards are going to be flipping back and forth. And I am going to be going after some of my Hall of Famers. Speaking of Hall of Famers, Ryan Sandberg. It's a very nice Sandberg card. And I wanted to kind of check out the centering. The centering's not bad. It's a left to right a hair right now, but that will flip back and forth. And there's my Jim Abbott card. Scott Hatteberg. If you watch the movie Moneyball, you know who Scott Hatteberg is. Mark Leiter. Kevin Tatar. Yep, another one you didn't hear of. Tim Naring, and my first gold card. As I said, there's 2 of these per pack. And these are Team USA foils. And I'm wondering if they're both, yep, they're both here. My second one is actually a pretty good one. It is the Jim Abbott gold foil. So I will keep those separated. That is a 45 card set inserted. So we have 18 packs. So we should get 36 of those. Tom Gordon, Joe Vitko, Tony Pena, Gerald Clark. There's Donnie Baseball. I always thought this was a good photo of him wearing the batting helmet. Kind of like John Olerud always did. And Darryl Kyle is the last card in there. And I was trying to see if I think that may be Kyle's rookie card, but not one of the key rookies. Rest in peace to Darryl Kyle. He is he's no longer with us. Okay, let me get this set up. And we're going to get into pack number 2. And I'm going to milk this for everything it's worth because I am going to enjoy this break. These packs are not cheap, but they are in good condition, which is very nice. You want to, if you spend that kind of money, you definitely want to get good condition cards. So Matt Stairs. There's a Strawberry. Brian Hunter. I believe that is also Hunter's rookie. Not one of the big ones. Okay, and we got our Barry Bonds gold foil. That's a pretty nice one right there. And the other gold foil is going to be Solomon Torres, which that's a Solomon Torres rookie card. I'll show you the back. See, Player of the Year of the Midwest League. People, I think a lot of us growing up and or collecting back then kind of knew who Solomon Torres was. Chris Sabo with his rec specs, and I always thought that was a cool card because you could actually see the most, like the ball zinging. Pretty cool card. Lance Jennings, Robbie Thompson, Rob Maurer, and Doug Linton is our second pack. So 2 packs in. No rookies yet. I think I left Mike Piazza off the list when I was naming it. I got distracted with just the sight of these packs. I think I may have not mentioned Mike Piazza. If I didn't, I apologize. But he was probably the second best card in this pack. Dave Valley. Napoleon Robinson. And I didn't realize these cards were sticking. So I'm probably going to go back. And there is our first major rookie out of this break. The Trevor Hoffman rookie card. And that is a very nice looking Trevor Hoffman right there. Hall of Famer Trevor Hoffman. And I am going to, I've got the one touch here, but we know what this is for. That is for the Rivera. But I am going to go ahead and sleeve up my Trevor Hoffman. Hall of Fame rookies are definitely going to PSA if they are in good condition. And as you can see, that one is in pretty pristine condition right there. The centering is immaculate. But Hall of Famer Trevor Hoffman, very nice card to start the break, and I'll leave him on the screen. And before I go any further, I'm going to go back into these cards really quickly and make sure that I did not miss a card. Because they are sticking. And see that, there's one right there, DJ Dozier. It's not really sticking like paper loss sticking, so. And I remember watching the Pass of the Live. I actually bought into his 92 Bowman break. I bought a couple packs, and I think John had the same problem. See, Jeff Johnson, Andy Stankiewicz is on the back. I'm not going to worry about getting those separated. Brian Hunter. But I want to make sure that I did not miss. Yep, that's another one I missed right there. And on the back is Todd Ritchie. So I'm going to have to be very careful in this break and definitely go back through these. So thankfully, John did this break and I actually remembered this. So I'll have to just remember to check over the flip over on the back. And there is Eddie Williams. And on the back of Eddie Williams, I have something. Luis Polonia, Darren Dalton. And my gold card is going to be Rick Green. And he's no longer gold in that corner. The foil has gone. And another Barry Bonds gold card. So, pretty sweet. 2 Bonds foils. Jack McDowell. I'm starting to get a feel for what they feel like with 2 cards on them. So, Mel Hall also has Chris George. I'm not going to worry about it. And there is the first Ripken. Very nice. I will set my cow off to the side. I actually am not ripping for Ripkins in this break. I have the 92 Bowman. This is actually the break for the rookie cards that I am trying to pull. Trevor Hoffman, Mike Piazza, and of course Mariano Rivera. So there we go. Now we're caught up. And we are going to move on to pack number 4. But 1 down. And of course, Manny Ramirez is not a Hall of Famer, but definitely one of the key cards I'd like to pull out of this as well. I do not have the Ramirez. Carefully remove this from the pack. Jorge. My Spanish is not good, so guys, I'm not even going to try. Pat Clements. Doug Davis. There's Doug Davis. Todd Stottlemyre. Mickey Morandini. There's a nice Big Mac for Jay's openings. I'm sure he's got that, but still is a nice card for him. And there is another one of my second year cards. The Pedro and the Chipper are the 2 cards I wanted to get out of there. And also a very nice card. So Paul's why I sleeve up. This is my definitely a personal collection one for me. The Chipper. That one won't go to PSA because the corner had a slight raise in it. So very nice Chipper though. And Derek Bell is gold foil number 1. Michael Tucker is gold foil number 2. So let me remove these packs. There we go. Benji Gill. Klesko. Chris Martin. Tomlin. Anthony Young and Ken Hill. Next pack. Off to a pretty decent start. Got the Ripken, the McGuire, the Chipper. Got the Trevor Hoffman rookie card. A couple Bonds gold foils. So far, not a bad start. I think every 5 packs, if I was to pull a rookie card out of that, it'd be a pretty good break. There's the Dion James, followed by the Tim Scott, and these are going to be a little bit on the sticky side, so Greg Maddux, Hall of Famer. Mark Whiten, which incidentally, while I have Mark Whiten, I did get today in the mail my 1991 Mark Whiten error card with the hand over the border right there. Pretty sick, well centered. And I have to give a shout out to John Jabs, who sent me a text message showing me this on there. And of course, after looking at it for about 10-15 minutes, I pulled the trigger. So the Mark Whiten hand over border error card. So thanks, John, for that. I needed another reason to spend money on baseball cards, so shout out to you. Tag Tom Pagnozzi, Devon White. There's the Juan Samuel, and my gold is Chad McConnell and Chris Roberts. So 2 no names. Those are probably, they did the present Team USA and the past Team USA, so those are probably present day in 1992. Patrick Lennon. And there's a card stuck to that. Chris Cologne. Got to be very careful with these cards because they are extremely sticky and it's hard to tell. Todd Hundley. I guess that would be a 2nd year Hundley card. Maybe a 3rd. 2nd year. Of course, he's kind of local to where I live. There's Alex Cole. And another 1st round bust. But I will definitely be going through the backs of these cards and looking and making sure that they match up, because this is one of those sets that you don't want to make a mistake on. So okay, come on out. There you go. Very careful with the corners here. Ken Bottenfield. Matt Sinatra. Dennis Powell. Mike Christopher. Tim Naring. There's another Sandberg, so we're getting like a little bit of a repeat here. J.R. Phillips. John Olerud. Nice looking Olerud there. Jose Rio. I want to make sure that they are the ones on the back. John Roper. There's the Wally Joyner. And my 2nd, Chad McConnell. And Howard House is the other gold foil. So you can see the golds are going to be a little bit hit or miss. Ron Gant. Aguilera. Shane Reynolds. Shane Reynolds. There's a Phil Plantier. Big prospect in the early 90s. Mark Smith. And Ben Shelton was stuck to him. Joel Johnston. And Greg Hibbert was the last card. And Ozzie Gann was the one that dropped to the floor. All right, so it's about time to see another one. Definitely want to pull one of these big monster rookie cards out of this pack, this box. Very sticky on that. That card stuck out, and you can see the corner damage. It was David Wells, Boomer, but the rest of the pack seems to have survived. So Steve Carsey, Cliff Brantley, Brian Coling, Jeff Branson. And we're going to go up to the gold foils. Brian Barber, Pat Borders with a big old chaw in. Glenn Davis. Oh, just knocked over my box. There we go. Willie Green. Mark Anthony. Mitch Williams, Wild Thing. Lee Stevens and Phil Nevin. Pretty big prospect in this set. And Calvin Murray. So that's the gold cards. Got two new ones. Roberto Kelly. Chris Hammond. Shane Reynolds. And they are sticking a little bit, so I have to... Yep, see, there's another one. Oh, no, that's Greg Blosser. There we go. Danny Tartable. And Keith Miller. But the set itself looks really good. I'm pretty happy with it. The glossy is a little on the sticky side, but it's not losing any paper, which is very important. So we're just about halfway through the box. We may actually be crossing over halfway right now. I've lost track of my packs. They're kind of scattered throughout here. But I did pick up my second checklist card. And my second Ryan Hall Blitzel, that everybody knows who he is. Todd Ritchie. Frank Viola. Mike Morgan. Scott Livingstone. Chuck Finley. Ricardo Ingram. Brett Butler. Rod Bolton. Looks like an old man right there. Chris Roberts and Solomon Torres again. There's the Don Mattingly again. Any other Yankee greats in here? Jeff Williams, Rob Deere, I almost could not even tell there was a card stuck to that one. I tell you, it's very tricky. Oh, and we got a nice Hall of Famer on the back, Jim Thome. Very nice Thome. I guess that would be his second card. I might have to look him. I don't think he was, but it's very nice Thome right there. Definitely going in the keeper stack. Not a PC guy, but I do keep my Tommy cards. All right. Time for another big rookie here. Let's go. Come on. Very sticky. And these cards stick out right here. Stasio. There's a Kirby Pucket. First time getting the Hall of Famer, Kirby Pucket. Oral Hershiser. Jeremy Hernandez. Darren Reed. And Don Paul. Now let's get to the top. There's Sammy Sosa. First time getting the Sosa. And there's Ryan Long. Looks like he's recovering from a hangover, night of partying, or he's just really, really cool. Tom Nevers. So here we go. And the gold foil card. Before I get to the gold foil card, there's a Dave Steve stuck to the back. Rick Hertensteiner and Kiki Hernandez are the golds. So some new ones there. Orlando Miller, Kelly Gruber, Jeff Juden. It was a big prospect for the Astros back then. There's the Messina, another PC card for me. Well centered too. Nice corners. Nice Mike Messina card. Charles Nagy. And there is the Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. Another PC card for Jay's openings. So that's been a nice pack. Another Hall of Famer, Craig Biggio. So Messina, Thomas, and Biggio. Very nice pack right there. And Mike McFarland finishes off that pack. And now, guys, I'm starting to get nervous. The box is starting to dwindle. Dave Valley. And see, I hope he's not a front card, because a few of these front cards have had this where they're sticking to the wrapper. But it's not been affecting the rest of the cards, but the top card has been affected. All right, Bill Wegman, Dale Swaim, Tony Fernandez, rest in peace. Tony Fernandez, gone too soon. Recently passed away from kidney failure. One of the true good guys of baseball. There's Alex Gonzalez. There's a Carlton Fisk, Hall of Famer. And there's a Charles Johnson, Team USA. And Rick Helling, Team USA, gold foils. I wonder if Pete Castellano is related to Nick Castellano. or Nicholas. I don't know what he's going by these days. Turk Wendell, Dave Martinez, Washington Nationals, Dave Martinez, Tom Gordon. Come on, baby. There you go. There's a Doug Drabeck making a very unfortunate looking face. Joe Vitko, Jack Armstrong, Tony Pena, and Joe Clark. So nothing big on that one. All right. But we still have opportunities. They're still reaching in the box, still pulling out packs. And the top card is a checklist, so paper loss is no big deal. All right. David Cone. There is the Nolan Ryan. So there is a nice card. Sweet Nolan. Let's see if I can get the other card off of him. There he is. Very nice. Mr. Thon. And we're going to get to our golds. Michael Tucker and Matt Williams gold. So pretty sweet. Williams and Tucker. There's the Bobby Jones. Not the famous golfer Bobby Jones. And he has somebody stuck to him. Mark Wohlers. There is the Hall of Famer John Smoltz. Who was a solid starter and then a very good reliever. Of course, we are chasing the best reliever of all time in this box. We are looking for the Mariano Rivera. And apparently Joe Sandrini was going to Pittsburgh, drafted by the Pirates. Guess that was his way of showing that. Riel Cormier. There's the Dave Righetti. Sid Bream. And I haven't watched enough of these breaks to know who is the key card in here, but I do have a Hall of Famer stuck to the Sid Bream. Yep. It is the George Brett. Nice Brett. Al Osuna. Dave Fleming. Jim Gantner. Rock Raines, Hall of Famer. And David Justice. So, couple keeper cards out of that stack. Still only have the one key rookie right now. And I've got a Ripken on the back. So my second Cal Ripken of the break. And Deion James is on the front. Followed by Tim Scott. That's still Tim Scott. There's Joe Redfield. And Hall of Famer Greg Maddux. And we're going to go ahead and flip to the gold foil cards. And apparently decided to get some stickiness in this one. Howard House again. And first time getting the Charles Nagy. And as you can see, it gives you alumni on the back of the old Team USA players. If I can get this thing to separate. Shane Mack does not want to come off of there. But there's the Charles Nagy. Shane Mack. Mark Gubiza. Jay Howe. Come on, baby. Jay Howe. Dave. Wow. Let's say Dorna Weird. It looks like it's so made up. It's like a name that you put on if you're trolling somebody. Rafael Palmeiro. Ivan Calderon. Definitely has something stuck to him. William Suero. And Greg Gagne. Roberto Hernandez. Alex Cole. Roger Salkfeld. He was a first round pick. I remember he got, yeah. I remember him from the other cards. He was a first round pick. I don't ever remember him playing though. Jack McDowell. Jose Lean. Mel Hall. Hubie Brooks was stuck to that. Chris George and Calvin Edwin Ripken, a junior, for the second time. So, all right, guys, I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting there. It's not got anything to do with making this video. It's got to do with this box getting empty. So I gotta change the mojo up. So we're gonna pull out the remaining packs, and there's only 6. There are only 6 of these packs remaining. I'm gonna move my feet. I'm gonna tilt my head the different way. Gotta change this up. Maybe I even need to open this pack. Myself without cutting it. Or maybe I don't, because I am not going to damage these corners. There is a Mark Portugal on the back. Carl Willis on the front. All right, so I changed up everything. I'm see if I can get a new mojo going. Carl Willis, Luis Soho, Russ Swan, Bruce Ruffin, Pat Borders, Glenn Davis, Willie Green. Oh, there's a rookie card of Raul Mondesi, and why wouldn't I get Raul Mondesi? I always get Raul Mondesi, and that is his rookie. Jim Abbott, Scott Hatteberg, put Abbott in there. I do keep Abbott, and Charles Nagy again in the gold foil. And who's stuck to Nagy? Joe Aranda. There's a first time getting Hall of Famer Wade Boggs. And also first time getting Fred McGriff. So some new cards right here. That's what we want. Definitely need some new cards. Peter Hoy. Chip's the brother. Everybody knows Chippa. Chips Ahoy. There's Steve Olin. Ken Caminiti. Rest in peace to Ken Caminiti. Who's sticking to Ken Caminiti? Arthur Rhodes. Eric Davis and Mark Portugal. So 5 packs remaining, guys. I was really hoping to get 3 of these key rookies, and it's still possible. Let's try opening it all the way up. And we did get a new card on the front. Alan Mills. Let's make sure Alan Mills is on the back. Troy Percival. I guess that's Percival's rookie card too. Todd Van Poppel. What a big prospect he was. John Morris. There's a Griffey Jr. Bowman. That's a nice one too. Pretty sweet. Brad Pennington. John Eriks. Don Peters. Dean Palmer. There's a Hawk Andre Dawson, Hall of Famer. Russ Springer. There's Mike Hampton. He was a pretty solid pitcher. He got paid big time when he went over to the Rockies. So I remember he went to the Rockies. He got a big contract to go there, but he spent some time with the Astros. So Mike Hampton. There's a Barry Bonds. And another Solomon Torres. So that's the 3rd Barry Bonds we've gotten. There is a Joe Girardi. Ron Lockett. Kevin Ritz. Rick Sutcliffe is stuck to the back. I couldn't stand it. I'm trying not to peek, but I have to. Chili Davis. Travis Fryman is stuck to the back of him. And Mark Lewis is the final card on that one. And now we are down to 4 packs remaining. I know this break is taking a little bit longer than usual, but you guys probably understand. This is one of the more iconic sets of the 1990s. It's one of the more iconic cards of the 1990s as well, if I can find it. But so far, we are striking out. But Andy Ashby. Robert Einhorn. Sounds like a Ace Ventura character. Shaw. Rico Rossi. It's a very New York name. Oh, man. Tim Costo. DeSarcina. Melvin Nieves. Alex Sutherland. Damian Easley. Some newer cards in here. Definitely ones I haven't seen so far. A lot of prospects. Derek Bell. And another Darryl Kyle. Michael Tucker is the other gold. Come on, baby. John De Silva, Albert Bell, Marquise Grissom, Pat Hinkin, Hal Morris, Ryan Bowman, and Mike Schooler is stuck to the back of Hal Morris. 3 packs left. And I'm getting silent because my concern is starting to spread. This is a pretty big chase card for me. Esteban Beltre. I did get this, you see this rookie card coming up. I did get one of the main rookies in this set. Trying to make sure I don't miss any going forward. And there he is, Sir Manny Ramirez. So that is a second major rookie out of this set. He is not a Hall of Famer, but he is a very sought after rookie card. I still think Manny's playing somewhere. I think Manny will play baseball wherever they pay him. So there is, I want to say he was in Japan, or he's definitely overseas, but there's 2 right there. And there's a Lou Whitaker, Donovan Osborne, David Howard, Von Hayes, Mike Moore. There is the Barry Bonds. First time getting the Bonds card. Very nice. Kelly Downs. There's the second Matt Williams gold foil. And Rick Green. There's Hall of Famer Gary Carter with a spread of the 1992 spring training. And somebody holding a baseball card over the fence, and I'm trying to figure out what that card is. There's a good trivia. What card is that? Mike Boddicker. Eric King and Tim Wallach. Milt Kyler. Ron Gant. And Rick Aguilera. 2 packs remaining. I'd like to get 2 key rookies out of these next 2 packs. Mike Bordick is the first card on here. Followed by Billy Spires. Man, there you go. Todd Stottlemyre. There is the Hall of Famer Smoltz again. Frank Rodriguez. Wes Chamberlain. Orlando Merced. Doug Asenzo. There's the Rigetti. Roberto Munoz. And the gold foil is the first Will Clark we've seen. And who is stuck to Will to Thrill? Bill Swift. Lance Johnson. Dave Fleming. Andujar Cedeno. Garcia. There's Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn. First time seeing that. Luis Gonzalez. And Craig Biggio. A couple of big time Astros players at that time. And Rick Trilsick. I'll say, no idea who that guy is. Okay. This is it. Last pack. I've got two. Let me touch the rookies. I'm gonna straighten up the Hall of Famers. And let's I don't know what these cards are right here, sitting over here. Doug Drayback, Vidko, Jack Armstrong, Vidko, Pena. Let me make sure I've gone through those cards. Okay, so this is it right here. The final pack of the 1992 Bowman. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you got your fingers crossed with me. Got a Bobby Bonilla on the back. I have not seen the Bobby Bonilla card yet. All right, Steve Cook. The checklist. Clemente Nunez. Darnell Coles. Tim Naring again. There's another Sandberg. No disrespect to Ryan Sandberg, but I need new ones. There's another Messina. Nagy. Frank Thomas. So we are getting Hall of Famers. There's the gold foil stuck to the back of the Wally Joyner, and he is going to be Greg Swindell. Gold foil. And Joe Randa. Last few cards of the break. Steve Farr. Has no idea where it's going because his eyes are closed. Steve Farr. Carlos Hernandez. Greg Jeffries. Kevin Mitchell with the Mariners. Kent Herbeck, first time getting him. And I've got about 3 cards left. And we know the back card's Bobby Bonilla. Scott Cervantes. And Bobby Bonilla. And Kevin McReynolds. So we did not find the Mariano Rivera. We did not find the Mike Piazza. Although I will go back and check the backs of these cards, just in case I missed it because it was sticky. Did get a few PC cards. A couple send-off cards too. A couple Hall of Famers mixed in here. And the 2 key cards we got out of this break was the rookie card of the Trevor Hoffman, the Hall of Famer Trevor Hoffman, and the always popular Manny Ramirez. So 2 big rookie cards pulled. Perhaps one of these days we'll travel down this path again and seek out the Mariano Rivera. But that's it for tonight. Thank you guys for being patient and going through that with me. And as always, click that like button, drop me a comment, let me know how you feel about 1992 Bowman. I know it probably brings back some memories for you guys, and it was a lot of fun doing it regardless of what I pulled or didn't pull. It's always fun to take this trip down memory lane. So thank you guys for being here, and until next time, later.